You know, some stories are just timeless. They're built on this epic clash between fear and fate. You've got a tyrant who's desperate to control his own destiny, and then you have a prophecy that just refuses to be silenced. So let's dive right into this one, the story of a king absolutely haunted by his own fated end.
It all kicks off with these words right here. Super chilling words delivered straight from the heavens. Now, this wasn't a message of hope, not for everyone anyway. For one man, it was a message of doom, but for everyone else, it was the promise of a savior. This one sentence, well, it sets our entire story in motion.
So who was this terrifying message for? It was aimed at an antagonist who truly believed that his power, his brute force, could actually outwit destiny itself. And his name was King Kansa. Now, Kansa's fear wasn't just some vague bad feeling. Oh no, it was incredibly specific. A prophecy had foretold that the 8th son of his own sister, Devaki, would be the one to kill him. And this paranoia, born from this deep-seated fear of losing control, it drove him to do something unthinkable. He locked up his sister and her husband, Vasudev, in his own dungeons.
Just think about this quote for a second. It really captures the sheer scale of his obsession. Kansa basically says he doesn't fear God himself. His entire world, all his terror, is completely laser-focused on this one single child who hasn't even been born yet. It's this all-consuming fear, and it just poisons every single decision he makes.
For years, Kansa methodically killed every single child Devaki gave birth to. It's horrific, but when the time finally comes for the 8th child, something's different. The prophecy, it seems, is about to wake up in a way that nobody, especially Kansa, could have ever expected.
So Kansa storms into the dungeon, sword out, totally ready to kill the 8th son and end this once and for all. But he finds Devaki holding a baby girl. This completely throws him for a loop. The prophecy said a son. He starts accusing them of trickery, of switching the babies. His paranoia is now just boiling over with confusion and rage.
But as Kansa grabs the child to kill her anyway, something absolutely miraculous happens. The infant literally transforms, rising up into the air as this divine being. And then she speaks, repeating the very words that haunt Kansa's nightmares. "Your destroyer is already born." Kansa is just left there, completely stunned. The prophecy is real, and his nemesis is out there, somewhere, alive.
In this single moment, it splits our story into two completely different worlds. They're separated by a river, sure, but they're defined by vastly different fates. One is a world of total darkness, and the other, a world of brilliant light.
The contrast here is just so stark. On one side of the Yamuna River, you've got Mathura, that's Kansa's kingdom, a place just filled with sorrow and fear. And on the other side, that's Gokul. It's where the real 8th son, Krishna, has been safely delivered. And it's suddenly a place of unexplainable joy. I mean, they say even the dry trees started blooming.
But back in Mathura, there is nothing but grief. Devaki is left all alone in the darkness of her prison cell, mourning a son she was forced to give away before she could even see his face.
This line from a song in our source material just perfectly captures her despair. She's a mother who's been separated from her child at birth, unable to protect him. For her, life has literally become darkness.
But right across that river, in Gokul, the exact opposite is happening. A massive celebration has just erupted, filling the streets with music and dancing. It's a complete 180. The villagers are singing that the Lord himself has come to their town. There's this pure, unfiltered happiness in the house of Nandrai and Yashoda. They're the ones raising the infant Krishna as their own, and they have absolutely no idea about his divine origins or the terrible danger he's actually in.
But all that joyous noise, it travels. The sounds of the celebration in Gokul drift across the Yamuna and they reach the ears of King Kansa. And for him, this isn't the sound of joy at all. No, it's the confirmation of his absolute greatest fear. The boy is in Gokul.
Now, Kansa knows that sending an entire army for a single baby would make him look weak, and it could even cause a revolt. So he summons a much more subtle weapon, Putana. Now get this, she was once his own nursemaid, but she's also a powerful demoness, an assassin, who specializes in a particularly cruel method, poison. Kansa doesn't know which baby is the one from the prophecy, so his solution is as cruel as it is simple. Kill them all. Putana's plan is just methodical and horrific. She'll disguise herself, find every single infant born on that fateful night, and offer them poisoned milk. It's a plan designed to kill innocent children without leaving a single trace.
And so, disguised as a beautiful woman, the demoness Putana enters the unsuspecting, celebrating village of Gokul. Divine innocence is about to meet worldly evil head-on, and her terrible work is about to begin.
And the tragedy escalates fast. One by one, the babies of Gokul start to die. First one, then another, all with the same mysterious symptoms. Panic starts ripping through the village as the body count rises.
The villagers are completely gripped by confusion and fear. I mean, why are only the infants dying? And why only the ones born on that one specific night? Even the doctor is stumped. The leader of the village, Nandre, who, remember, is unknowingly raising Krishna, can do absolutely nothing to stop this invisible plague. One by one, the targets are eliminated, until only a single infant born on that night is left. With every other potential threat now gone, what hope is there for the last child? Who could possibly stop this demoness now?
Finally, Putana arrives at the house of Nandarai and Yashoda. She finds the last infant, the true target of her mission. She's confident her work is almost done, and so she offers him her poisoned breast.
But what happens next shocks everyone. Later, the villagers find Putana's body. She's no longer in her beautiful disguise. Instead, she's reverted to her enormous, terrifying, demonic form, and she's dead. But how? Who could have possibly killed such a powerful being?
The answer is as unbelievable as it is profound. The victor wasn't a warrior or a god descending from the heavens. It was the infant Krishna. In his very first days of life, he fulfilled his destiny as a protector by defeating the very evil that was sent to destroy him.
And that brings us to the end of this part of the story. Kansa, in his terror, unleashed this horrible evil just to prevent a prophecy. But in doing so, he only succeeded in revealing the true power of the one he feared most. It really leaves us with a question, doesn't it? When a tyrant uses all their power to fight fate, are they really fighting destiny, or are they just hastening its arrival?